Hello, my friends. Welcome to English Unlocked, the podcast that helps you speak English with confidence, joy, and ease. I'm your host, Linda, and today we're going to explore something simple but powerful: how to practice English every single day, no matter how busy your life gets. You don't need to move to an English-speaking country to speak English well. You don't need to spend hours every night studying. You don't even need a native speaker sitting right next to you. All you need are a few small, smart steps that fit easily into your day-to-day life. But what if you're busy? What if you don't have much time to practice? What if you feel nervous or shy? Don't worry. In this episode, we're going to break things down and show you how you can easily and effectively practice English each day, no matter your schedule. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that frustration where you understand English perfectly, but when it's time to speak, your mind just freezes? Or maybe you start speaking and the words don't come out as smoothly as you'd like. You are not alone. Many learners face the same challenge. They understand English easily. They can watch movies, listen to podcasts, and read books in English without a problem. But when it comes to speaking, suddenly everything feels like a challenge. Why does this happen? Well, speaking the language is different from understanding it. When you understand English, you are passively receiving information. But speaking requires you to actively produce language. It's a skill that involves not just vocabulary and grammar, but also timing, confidence, and coordination between your thoughts and your words. So what can you do about it? In this episode, I'm going to explain why this happens and share 5 simple but powerful tips to help you practice English every day. Yes, even if you feel shy or you think you don't have enough time. And the best part? I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along, repeat after me, and practice right here. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to start speaking more naturally, more confidently, and more fluently in English. So let's dive in. What is shadowing? Maybe you've heard of it before, maybe not. But let me introduce you to shadowing. Shadowing is one of the most effective techniques to improve your speaking and listening skills at the same time. It's not complicated at all, and it's incredibly powerful. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speak in English, like me right now, and you try to repeat exactly what they say. You don't pause, you don't translate the words in your mind, and you don't stop to look up anything in the dictionary. You just copy the sound of the words, like an echo. You try to match the speaker's rhythm, speed, and tone. Let's try this together. I'll say a sentence and you repeat after me. Ready? I want to speak English fluently. You repeat. I want to speak English fluently. I listen to English every day. You repeat. I listen to English every day. Shadowing helps me speak better. You repeat. Shadowing helps me speak better. Great job! That's shadowing. And at first, it may feel a little strange. You might not understand every word, but that's perfectly okay. Shadowing is not about understanding every word right away. It's about getting your brain and mouth to work together. It's about hearing how English sounds, how the words flow, and how it feels in your mouth when you speak. Real life example. Let me give you an example. One of my students, Mia, started shadowing by listening to English news every day for just 5 minutes. At first, she couldn't understand much, but she stuck with it. After a few weeks, she noticed her speaking became faster and more natural. Mia had been practicing for months, but the key was consistency. That's the power of shadowing. You train your brain to think in English and use the language more naturally over time. If you practice this every day, even for just 5 minutes, you'll start to speak faster, more clearly, and more naturally. It's a small habit that can lead to huge results in your English speaking. How to practice English every day. Now let's tackle the main question. How can you practice English every single day? I know that many of you might feel like you don't have enough time. You might feel nervous when speaking, or you may not know where to start. And you might be thinking, Emma, I'm just too busy. But here's the thing. You don't need to spend hours a day on this, and you definitely don't need perfect grammar. You just need to begin. Personal story. I've had learners tell me that they feel like they don't have time to practice English, but I've also seen many of them change their mindset. Just like Sarah, who started practicing while commuting to work. She listened to short English podcasts and started repeating what she heard. Slowly, she began to feel more confident and more connected to the language. So even if you feel busy, the secret is to find small moments during your day to practice. Let me give you 5 practical and powerful ways to practice English every day, no matter how busy you are. Tip 1, listen to English every day. This is the foundation of everything. If you want to speak better, you need to listen more every day. Not once a week, not just in class, but every single day. Listening helps you learn new words, understand the rhythm of English, and get used to how real people speak, not just the textbook English. So how can you fit listening into your busy life? You can listen to podcasts like this one. You can listen to English music. You can watch videos on YouTube. You can even listen to English news or short stories designed for learners. You don't need to understand everything. Even if you understand only 30% or 50%, that's still progress. Listen while you walk, cook, clean, exercise, or relax. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time. Think of English as your background music, always playing in your life. Tip 2, shadow what you hear. Once you're listening, it's time to speak. Listening is fantastic, but speaking is where you build your strength. After you listen to a sentence or a short clip of audio, try repeating it. Copy the speaker's voice, rhythm, and tone. Let's try a few sentences together. I want to get better at English. Repeat it. I don't understand everything, but I keep going. Repeat it. I'm improving little by little. Repeat it. Do this every day. Repeat the same sentences again and again. Over time, you'll notice that your speaking becomes smoother. Your pronunciation becomes clearer, and you'll feel more confident. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The key is practice. Tip 3, think in English. One thought at a time. This tip is a game changer. Start thinking in English. At first, it might be hard, and you might try to translate everything from your native language, but translation takes time and slows you down. To think in English, start with simple, short thoughts. For example, when you wake up, it's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee. When you walk outside, the sky is blue. The air is cold. I see a dog during your day. I'm working. I'm tired. I want to go home. These are small thoughts, but they help your brain connect directly to English. No translation, no delay. Later, you can start saying these thoughts out loud, even if just whispering them to yourself. It's like having a daily conversation with yourself in English. Tip 4. Read aloud. Reading aloud is a great way to train your speaking muscles. It's different from reading silently because it involves your mouth, tongue, and brain working together. Choose a simple text, maybe a children's book, an English story for beginners, or a dialogue from a video or podcast. Read it slowly, then try reading it a little faster, with more expression. Pretend you're an actor giving a performance. This will help improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Think of it as going to the gym, but for your speaking muscles. Tip 5. Use English in your daily life. Here's the secret. If you want to speak English well, you need to live with English. It shouldn't just be something you study for 30 minutes on Monday night. It should be part of your real life. You don't need a teacher to do this. You just need to make English a part of your daily routine. Here are some ways you can do this. Change your phone settings to English. You probably look at your phone dozens of times a day. Why not use that time to learn? When your phone is in English, you'll see words like settings, airplane mode, update, and download. You don't need to memorize them. Just seeing them often will help you learn. Write a short diary in English every day. You don't need to write long essays. Just 3 simple sentences about your day will do. For example, today I went to work. I was very tired. I drank 2 cups of coffee. If you do this every night for just 5 minutes, you'll improve more than you think. Record a 1-minute voice message every day. This is one of my favorite tips. At the end of your day, record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Talk about your day, your plans, your feelings, or something you learned. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes. This is for you. When you listen back, you'll notice areas for improvement and feel more confident in your speaking. Conclusion. Make English part of your life. Remember, learning English isn't just about studying. It's about living with the language. Make English part of your daily life. In your phone, your thoughts, your journal, and your voice. When you do this, English won't feel like homework. It will feel like a natural part of who you are. So let's summarize. 1. Listen to English every day. 2. Shadow what you hear. 3. Think in English, one thought at a time. 4. Read aloud to train your speaking muscles. 5. Use English in your daily life. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. The more you integrate English into your life, the more natural it will become. And that's when real fluency begins. See you next time, my friends. Keep speaking confidently and joyfully